This year, I spent over 150 hours in the deer stand. 12 different hunts from sunrise until sunset. I traveled all over the state of Wisconsin, public land and private. I hunted warm weather. I hunted cold, rainy conditions, high winds, and even snow. From start to finish, it was an unbelievable year chasing whitetails. I'm Eli, and this is my 2025 deer hunted story. A good fall comes from working hard in the summer. My family owns a 50-acre parcel in Midwest Wisconsin, and each summer I plant a hand-worked food plot. This year in particular, it played a huge role in what I was about to experience. I was always taught that spring and summer prep makes for a more successful fall, and over the years our plots have brought in some huge bucks and proved that theory right. One thing I learned fast while hunting is that you will find deer wherever there's a mixture of food, water, and cover. The best spots are always the ones with all three packed into a small area. Planting or finding these sources will raise the odds of bringing in deer as well as other wildlife to the area. Although I love my private land option, every summer I just have to see what's out there on public too. On the way home from a scouting trip out in the woods, I drove past one of the most unbelievable sights I've seen as a deer hunter. I went back after work the next day, and sure enough, they were still there. That excitement came to a halt on opening day when there was 10 trucks in the parking lot. I guess they all saw what I did. I don't like to put any hunting pressure early on our family property, so I begin my year on public. I always spend some time picking out spots and setting up near fresh buck sign in the area. My early season focus is finding does, finding good dominant buck sign, and getting cameras set up over that sign. One day, a good friend of mine named Cole invited me out to hunt his family property in western Wisconsin. In the past, we've come really close to some big mature whitetails. While I didn't see a shooter on this day, it was a really cool experience seeing these two young bucks duke it out on the ridge side, and signs started pointing towards a shift of deer behavior in the woods. Around the same time in late October, my public land cams really started picking up with buck activity. The bigger guys were starting to get on their feet, searching the woods for does and protecting their area from others. I love setting my cameras to video mode instead of photo. I feel like those few extra seconds tell a better story of how the deer are acting in that area. My cameras went from no activities to bucks left and right in just a few days. The woods really can flip like a switch. Seeing these videos sent to my phone made me confident that there were plenty of options for me that could produce great bucks. I knew that if I could sneak in during a good wind, I had a good chance at a few different spots. If possible, use trail cameras. I truly believe they are a huge help to figuring out your deer herd. With the increased activity all over the state, I decided it was time to get in the stand at my own land. This is my favorite spot here. It splits our pines and swamps with a plot and is perfect for a filming setup. Although it conceals my scent well, it's a very tough stand to hunt because they can come from anywhere regardless of human pressure. Being quiet and staying still is key here. My first couple hunts went just as expected, seeing lots of deer and turkey moving at all times of the day. I felt like sitting all day was my safest option to not spook the browsing animals. From years of hunting this property, I learned when crops come down and leaves fall, time and time again the bigger bucks in the area make their way down to our land. November 8th is the day that happened and the day the woods changed for me. A new buck appeared on my small plot while I was in the stand waiting for the sun to rise just a few hundred yards away. Unfortunately, neither buck came into bow range that night, but it was an awesome hunt regardless. As much as I wanted to get in there and hunt them by my new camera and bow stand setup, I think I would have pushed them out from getting a little bit too close. I decided it was best for me to stay put where I've been sitting and let them come to me. I'm happy I made that decision because I hunted hard and got my chance a week later. The weather warmed up a bit and the woods fired up. What I thought was going to be an easy track job turned into a tough and grueling process. We lost blood and ended up calling in a drone. The drone couldn't find it, so we called the dog. The dog refused. So, after 3 days of searching on foot, we ended up giving up. It was a heartbreaking way to go out, but I tried to keep hopes high for gun season. Could either quit now or keep trying. Gun season didn't start off too much better, with our target buck getting shot down the road. After another week of snow, wind, cold, and not much movement, I had just one last day to punch my Wisconsin gun tag, and I knew I had to give it my all. The luck was on my side this morning as Cole and I pulled up late due to a snowstorm hitting overnight, and waiting for me on the hillside was my 2025 closing day gun buck. And the morning hunt ended before we could even make it to the stand. Couldn't be happier to break a long dry spell at Cole's land and put some meat in the freezer. After weeks in the stand, it felt great to punch a tag. And just when I thought my story couldn't get better, Christmas came early this year. A neighbor found my bow buck we lost about a half mile away, got a salvage tag for it, and gave the antlers back to me. I was blessed to hear the news and finally put my hands on my second biggest whitetail to date.